Welcome back to part 2 of my week number 1 of 2017 week in review. So this is moving on to, I think this is Thursday session. These are the vertical jumps. I'm also measuring the speed of these, and I'm doing things a little bit differently, trying to just kind of collect some data with these. After that, you go into my power snatches. So this is all for auto regulation stuff with the jumps and the power snatches. And then today was kind of like in the middle. I've had a couple of these days so far that are in the middle, like speed/max effort days. And today I was kind of like what I wanted to do. I didn't know what it was, kind of up in the air. And so I ended up going into full Olympic lift variations. And if this camera angle is awesome and you get to see my butt the whole time, and it's because I had to have my phone plugged in to record all this. But I went through my snatches. I didn't have any misses up to 103 kilos, which is more than I was originally shooting for. I was shooting for 100 today, and it just, everything felt smooth and went smooth. So you'll see these last couple here. This is 95 kilos. Everything's just going smooth. I was just working, kind of like getting comfortable in the bottom again of the range of motion. So that was pretty smooth, 100 right there. This is 103. A little forward coming up out of the hole. You see, step forward, and then I missed this one. I'll let you listen to my fun. It was a close one for me, so it was fun. I was having some fun. Missing behind it was not something I normally do, and it was just really close, and I was excited about that. So I left that nice little sound clip in there. Worked up in clean and jerks, so this was 137. They just felt a little rougher than they should have today. And then since it was on the verge of max effort, these were for fives. I haven't done suspended good mornings in a good long time, especially pairing it with the safety squat bar. It was one of those fun to get back to doing it, and that's what I've loved doing in my training lately, is mixing some stuff in that I don't do regularly. And these were way tougher than I expected they were going to be today. This one's probably, his top set's around 255, I think, for 5, and I haven't done them in forever. This moves on to rep day. This was a Saturday, and it was supposed to be a rep effort day based off my speeds. I was still struggling to recover a little bit, but this was rep day, so I ended up doing block cleans, and I worked up to, this was 110 for 5. Well, I missed the first one, so it was 6, and then 117 for 5. So tried 75 and 80%, which I was really happy with, being in a high block position. Really happy with how these looked, how they how the speed was, how the technique looked. I was really happy with how they felt today and looked today. So it's promise of things moving forward. So with this being rep effort day, I wanted to give my low back a little bit of a break, so I went from blocks, but still wanted to get some rep work in, and trying to keep up the Olympic variations in a decently high frequency or some way, shape, or form. So really happy with this one. Moved on to some push presses, and my shoulders were a little wrecked, and I'm working on that. They were not feeling good, so I did a couple sets light, worked up, hit 100 kilos for 5 on the push press, and then dropped back down to 80 kilos for a couple sets of 8. So nothing super heavy. I've got to get back. It's really my shoulder mobility, my T-spine mobility, which is, I can tell, is improving, especially with my Olympic lifting and my front squats. You can tell, I can physically tell and feel my T-spine's doing a little bit better. I'm ending up in a little bit better positions, but I've got some other compensations that I'm struggling with. Here, after watching the video a couple times on these, I'm not that excited about them. They felt good while I was doing them, but these clean pulls, they need to look more like a clean instead of a deadlift with a kind of exaggerated shrug at the top. So something I'm going to work on. I was a little tired, and then I busted out a nice little circuit here. This is super light on these. I'll definitely go up next time. But I did sets of 15 on the RDL paired with some slider hamstring curls for sets of 15. So I did 3 rounds of this little accessory circuit, which it was pretty smooth. My heart was pumping at the end of it. Next would be a face pull, 15 reps here. I think after that was a lateral shoulder raise, and then a rear delt swing on a 45-degree incline to finish up the week. Awesome first week of training. Can't wait to get into a little bit more throwing, which I do already, I know, in week 2. Just a lot of drills lately with the weather being crappy here in Charlotte the end of this week. So stay tuned for more. Thanks.